So, hi guys, today I'm going to do the packet tracer in chapter 5 entitled Examine the ARP table. So it has addressing table here and has router and different interface MAC address, which interface. So objectives, part 1, examine an ARP request, part 2, examine a switch MAC address table, and part 3, examine the ARP process in the remote communication. So the background, this activity is optimized for viewing PDUs. The device are already configured. You will gather PDU information in simulation mode and answer a series of question about the data you collect. So part 1, examine an ARP request. So step 1, generate ARP request by pinging 172.168.31.3 from 172.16.31.2. So first is click the 172.16.31.2 and open the command prompt. So let's click this one. Then open the command prompt. So in the desktop, there's a command prompt. So next is enter the ARP D to clear ARP table and then enter simulation mode. So let's put it in here. Says here that um, enter the simulation mode. So this one. Then enter the command ping um, 172.16.31.3. So yeah, the two PD will generate. So yeah, generate in here. So the ping command cannot complete the IP-CMP packet without knowing the MAC address of the destination. So the computer sent an ARP broadcast frame to find the MAC address of the destination. So letter D, click capture forward once. So forward. So let's click this once. Then the ARP PDU moves switch 1. So yeah, it move in here. While ISMP PDU disappear. While the ARP replied, open the PDU and record the destination MAC address. Is this address listed in the table above? So let's open this and then um so record the destination MAC address. Is this address listed on the table above? The destination MAC address. So um um it's not record on the it's not recorded on the destination MAC address because it's not specified because it's FFF and it is a broadcast address. So now then click again the capture forward to move the PDU to the next device. How many copies of PDU did switch one make? So let's again click this once. So it copies the copies of PDs are three. It has three copies. So the next one, what is the IP address of the device that accepted the PDU? So the IP address that accepted, so this one is not. So it is the 172.16.31.3. So for G, open the PDU and examine layer 2. What happened to the source and destination MAC address? So layer 2, it says here that what happened to the source and destination. So what happened to the source and destination of the MAC address? So the source become destination and destination, then FFF turn into MAC address, the 172.16.31.2. Then let's close this. Then click the capture forward again until the PDU returns to this 172.16.31.2. Then how many copies of PDU then the switch make during the ARP reply? So let's forward again until this go to 172. So yeah. So again the question is how many copies of PDU did the switch make during the ARP reply? So it copies only one. It only copies one in the 172.16.31.2 address to this device. So the next one is, so note that examine the ARP table. Note that the ICMP packets reappears. Open the PDU and examine the MAC address. Do the MAC address of the source and destination align with the IP address? So open the ICMP appears. Do the source and destination with their IP address says align with their IP address. So yeah, it's aligned. So let's close this. Then switch back to real time. So let's switch back to real time. Then click the 172.16. So it's already in here, and and enter the ARP command. So the ping completes. You see this to what IP. So I will going to enter ARP A command to what address the MAC address entry corresponds. So it's in the 172.16.31.3. So yeah. In general, when does the end device issues an ARP request? So when it does not know the MAC when it does not know the MAC address, then it will send the ARP request. So for the part 2, examine a switch MAC address table. So step 1, generate additional traffic to populate the switch MAC address table. From 172.16.31 to enter the ping 172.16.31.4 command. So ping the 172.16.31.4. So yeah, and then it's already ping in this. Then click the 10.2.2.4 and open the command prompt again. So the command prompt, let's put it in here. Command prompt, then enter the ping 10.10.10.3. How many replies will send receive? So then the replies will send receive has 4 replies. So for the step 2 in part 2, click the switch 1 and then CLI. So this switch 1 and then CLI. Enter the show MAC address table. So enter the show MAC address table command. CLI, enter the show MAC address table. So yeah, thus the entries correspond to those in the table above. So this MAC address, so let's see. So the MAC address has a fast Ethernet 0.3. Let's see the 0.3. This 160.0002.1640.8D75. So it's the same. So yeah. Then for the second one, the pass Ethernet 01, so it's this one. Then 85.67, so it's also the same. And for the second one, pass Ethernet 2, so this one 60.7, so it's also the same. So this one is the same as this one. So the next one is gigabyte 1, so this one. So gigabyte 1, so this one. So yeah, it's the same as this one. So yeah. Then the next question. Enter the show MAC address command. Do the entries correspond? So for the switch 0, again, let's enter that one. Show MAC address table. Then again, let's see if that correspond to those table above. So again, gigabyte 1. So this one and this one. So yeah, it's yeah. And for the pass Ethernet 2, so this one is the same as this one. The fast Ethernet 2 again. So this one, nope, fast Ethernet. So this one is the same as this one. So yeah, it's the same. So for the next question, why are two MAC address associated with one port? So why are two MAC address associated with one port? So for the part 3, examine the ARP process in remote communication. So step 1, generate traffic to produce ARP traffic. So letter A, click 172.16 and open again the command prompt. So it's already in this. So then ping the 172.16.31.4. No, command prompt, it's on that. So, and then enter the ping 10.10.10.1. Type ARP if it's already finished. So ARP A, what is the IP address of the new ARP entry? So the IP address of the new ARP entry is this. So yeah. Next is enter ARP T to clear the ARP table and then switch to simulation. Then repeat the ping again. Ping 10.10.10.1. How many PDU appears? 2. So it has 2. Click the forward. Click the capture forward. Click the PDU that is now on. So let's click this. Then so yeah, click this one. So what is the target address of the ARP? So the target address of the ARP So it is the 172.16.31.1. So the destination IP address is not 10.10.10.1. Why? Because it's because of the source destination. So because of it, so yeah. Examine the ARP router. So let's X this. Examine the ARP table on router 1. So router 1, ARP table. Examine the ARP table. Switch the real-time mode again. Then click router 1. Then CLI. Then enter the show MAC address table. Then how many MAC address in the table? So there's no MAC address in the table. So enter the show ARP. Show ARP. Is there an entry for 172.16.31.2? So one. So yes, there's an entry for 170 for this. So now enter the show. So what happened to the first ping in the situation where the router respond to the ARP request? So it times out. So yeah. So yeah, that's all. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you again learn in this chapter.